One of the things that I've seen people do increasingly in public speaking is speaking and asking the audience to do something while they're speaking. And it seems that it depends on the audience, the way they respond to that. And is there any thoughts you have on that as to when you would use that? I'm not really sure you do that a lot in your speeches. Why
So
do you
what
stay away from that?
so what you're talking about is a call to action,
Yeah.
where the point of a speech is to get people to vote for a
Yep.
certain political candidate, or
Hmm.
maybe even to register to vote, or
Hmm.
maybe to get a colonoscopy to check to see if they have risk for certain types of cancer. And there's nothing wrong with a call to action. It's a purpose to a speech. The counter to that is you also might be preachy, right? While people know that smoking is bad, just because you tell people not to smoke doesn't mean they'll do it. In
Yep.
fact, if you have a teenager, they might do the opposite because they don't want to do what you say. So I don't want to be preachy to an audience unless I'm absolutely sure that what I'm going to say will be relevant and impactful for every single one. Every single one. And if you're speaking to an audience that you don't really know, you're taking for me an unnecessary risk. Now you could still have a call to action that's implicit, right? Where you make them reflect on something and then they decide for themselves. I just don't like being told that's why you should learn CPR. I mean, maybe I have something else that I want to do instead. And
Yep.
now you just challenged me to do this thing. And some people are rebels. They're going to say, no, I don't have to do that. Right. I don't want them to think that way. I'd rather them realize for themselves, oh, that's why I should study CPR.
Oh, wow. Interesting. That's a very unusual way to look at it. But let's look at during the speech. You actually want the audience to clap, to stand up, to do something. How do you feel as an audience when you're in a speech and the speaker is telling you to do all that?
I don't like it. So every speaker will poll the audience at some point. It's so popular in Toastmasters. How many of you have ever been lost? Okay, yeah. You know what you're going to get. Everybody's been lost. You know, GPS doesn't work. You're in a new city or a new country, right? I don't think it takes a lot of skill to poll the audience. What
Mhm.
really, really makes me mad is when the speaker doesn't react to what the audience told them. So if you ask how many people have ever been lost, and 95% of the audience raises their hand, and then you move on to your next point, you really just told the audience, I don't care what you say. I have a plan for this speech, and I'm going to keep moving on. So for me, if you're going to interact with the audience, oh, close your eyes. Oh, raise your hand. Oh, turn to somebody next to you. Then you better acknowledge whatever happened in that moment. And too many speakers just skip over it. It's like they did it up. I interacted with the audience. Check. Now I'm going to go back to my speech. No, you ask them to do something. You better give them some benefit for having done that thing. And it's just not my style of
Mhm.
public speaking. I've done it. I've polled the audience, but I think it's overdone.
Yeah. Wow. I agree with you. Right. That, especially that piece of reacting to what it said, that's where the beauty is